Have you ever dreamed of speaking English fluently? Imagine being able to talk to people from all over the world, make new friends, and explore new opportunities. Speaking English can open so many doors for you. But I know, it's not always easy. Sometimes it feels like no matter how much you study, you just can't find the right words when you need them. Don't worry, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to share some tips to help you improve your English speaking quickly. So, why is speaking English so important? Well, English is a global language. This means that no matter where you go in the world, there's a good chance you'll find someone who speaks English. Whether you want to travel, study abroad, or work in an international company, speaking English can help you achieve your goals. It can also help you connect with people from different cultures, understand different perspectives, and learn new things. Plus, improving your English can boost your confidence and make you feel proud of yourself. Now, let's talk about the challenges. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to speaking English? Is it finding the right words? Or maybe it's understanding what others are saying. For many people, the biggest challenge is feeling shy or nervous. It's normal to feel this way, especially if you're not used to speaking English often. You might worry about making mistakes or not being understood. But here is the good news. Everyone makes mistakes when they're learning a new language. The important thing is to keep trying. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Let me share an example. I remember when I first started speaking English, I was so afraid of making mistakes. I would spend a lot of time thinking about what to say before I said it. This made me speak very slowly, and sometimes I would miss my chance to join the conversation. But then I realized that it's okay to make mistakes. I started speaking more freely, and guess what? People understood me. They didn't care about my mistakes. They cared about what I was saying. This helped me feel more confident, and I started speaking more and more. Have you ever felt nervous speaking English in front of others? I bet you have. This is a very common feeling, especially when you're speaking in front of people who speak English better than you. You might worry about what they think of your English. Will they judge you? Will they laugh at your mistakes? These thoughts can make you feel very anxious. I remember a time when I had to give a presentation in English. I was so nervous, my heart was beating fast, my hands were sweating, and I could barely focus on what I wanted to say. But I knew I had to do it, so I took a deep breath and started speaking. At first, I made a few mistakes, but as I kept going, I started to feel more comfortable. I focused on my message, not on my English. By the end of the presentation, I felt proud of myself. I realized that most people were not paying attention to my mistakes. They were listening to my ideas. If you ever feel nervous speaking English in front of others, here is a tip. Focus on what you want to say, not on how you say it. People are usually more interested in your message than in your grammar. And remember, the more you speak, the less nervous you'll feel over time. So, there are many ways to practice speaking English. But which one works best for you? Let's talk about 3 popular methods: conversation practice, self-talk, and shadowing. Conversation practice is when you speak English with someone else. This could be a friend, a teacher, or even someone you meet online. Conversation practice is great because it gives you real-life experience. You learn how to think on your feet and respond quickly. Plus, you get to practice listening and understanding what the other person is saying. Self-talk is when you talk to yourself in English. It might sound funny, but it's actually a great way to practice. You can talk about your day, describe what you're doing, or even imagine having a conversation with someone. Self-talk helps you practice speaking without any pressure. You don't have to worry about making mistakes because no one is listening. This can help you build confidence. Shadowing is when you listen to someone speaking English and try to copy what they say. You can watch a video, listen to a podcast, or even use an English app. The idea is to repeat what you hear, trying to match the speaker's pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. Shadowing is a good way to improve your speaking skills, especially your pronunciation. So, which method works best for you? Personally, I found that a mix of all three works best. I started with self-talk to build my confidence, then moved on to shadowing to improve my pronunciation. Finally, I started doing conversation practice to get real-life experience. But everyone is different, so try each method and see which one you like best. In addition, what motivates you to improve your English speaking skills? Is it the dream of traveling to new places? Maybe you want to visit English-speaking countries, like the United States, the United Kingdom, or Australia. Being able to speak English can make your travels much easier and more enjoyable. You can communicate with locals, ask for directions, and even make new friends. Or maybe you're motivated by work. English is the language of international business. If you want to work in a global company or have more job opportunities, speaking English is a must. It can help you get a better job, earn more money, and advance your career. But sometimes the motivation is personal growth. Maybe you want to challenge yourself and learn something new. Speaking English can give you a sense of achievement. It can boost your confidence and help you see the world from a different perspective. For me, it was a mix of all three. I wanted to travel, improve my career, and grow as a person. Knowing that learning English could help me achieve these goals kept me motivated even when things got tough. What about you? What keeps you going? Another thing to keep in mind is that one of the biggest fears people have when learning English is the fear of making mistakes. It's easy to worry about saying the wrong thing, using the wrong word, or making a grammar mistake. But here is the thing: making mistakes is a natural part of learning. In fact, it's one of the best ways to learn. When I first started speaking English, I was so afraid of making mistakes. I thought people would laugh at me or think I wasn't smart. But then I realized that everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep improving. Here is what helped me overcome my fear. I changed the way I thought about mistakes. Instead of seeing them as something bad, I started seeing them as opportunities to learn. Whenever I made a mistake, I would ask myself, what can I learn from this? This helped me turn my fear into motivation. Another thing that helped was practicing in a safe environment. I would practice speaking with friends or teachers who I knew wouldn't judge me. This gave me the confidence to speak more freely. And the more I practiced, the less I worried about making mistakes. So, if you're afraid of making mistakes when speaking English, remember this: mistakes are your friends. They help you learn and grow. Don't let the fear of making mistakes stop you from speaking. The more you speak, the better you'll get. So, improving your English speaking skills takes time, practice, and patience. But with the right mindset and methods, you can do it. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how you learn, whether you're practicing through conversation, self-talk, or shadowing. The key is to keep going. Stay motivated by thinking about the benefits of speaking English, like traveling, working in international companies, or growing personally. So, what's your next step? How will you practice speaking English today? Don't wait. Start now. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. And who knows, maybe one day, you'll be the one. giving advice to others on how to improve their English speaking skills. Keep going and you'll reach your goals. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're having trouble learning English at home, check out this video to learn English quickly at home. Thanks and see you in the next video.